Howdy folks, today is Sunday, April 6th. I thought it was the 7th. Let me check my phone. No, it is the 6th. It is 11:48 a.m. So it's kind of an early start for me relative to when I normally get out. And the time right now, I am getting this all wrong. The temperature right now is about 4 degrees Celsius. And that was a new entrance to Donlands Station I just climbed out of. And there's an old church that's been converted into lofts. And straight ahead is a local institution. There is Square Boy. They serve up fantastic burgers. And it's one of the most reasonably priced restaurants in the city. And this here is Danforth Avenue. And this place is new. Ice cream and fresh milk. But for this one, I'm going to be heading south down Jones Avenue here, down to Gerrard, and then we're going to pop into Gerrard Square Mall. It's been a while since I've been through that shopping mall. This is the very eastern edge of Greektown. And this place here, Sammy, is quite good. I've had breakfast here a number of times while we wait for the light to change. It's kind of a blend of Hong Kong and Canadian style breakfasts. And this is the north end of Jones Avenue, and this runs between Danforth and Queen Street East. We're just going to be heading south a bit to Gerrard. And we're in Riverdale, but when we go underneath the rail tracks, we'll be crossing over into Leslieville. Looks like they might be having some stability issues with this sign here. That's a road closure sign. I always find walking down Jones Avenue to be kind of a unique experience. It's mostly residential. This area on the left is known as the Pocket. No access to Greenwood Avenue. That's the next major north-south street. That looks like an old church that's been converted into apartments. 562 Jones Avenue. It looks like there used to be retail at the corner of that building. But there's not much in the way of modern new developments along Jones. Much of it is just like this. There's the old Jones Avenue Public School across the street that was damaged by a fire in 2019. And I think it just recently reopened. There's a senior public school just behind it. It says Jones Avenue Adult Center, Adult ESL. TOEFL, conversation, pronunciation, and computer skills. You can learn it all there. There are bike lanes on Jones. And that looks like EV charging. Level 2 charge. Not entirely sure how that works. A lot of these units could be storefronts, but they're now used as residential on the main floor here. There's a convenience store. And across the street is the oldest Jewish cemetery in the city. And Jones is served by the 83 bus. That's going north up to Donlands Station. Pretty sure that's a flat tire. There's someone using the EV charging. It's a rather neat looking house. There's an old school Trident gum sign on top of Jones Variety. This is one of 2 walks I'm going to be recording today. After this, I think I'll do Carlaw Avenue, which is an old industrial corridor, down to Queen Street. There's a GO train running along the corridor that splits Leslieville and Riverdale. Interesting contrast in roof lines. I think there's another school coming up here on the right. And we're just a few blocks north of Gerrard, where I'll be turning right. And we'll soon be in the mall after an interesting little stretch of retail. I had a feeling that car wasn't going to stop before the line until the driver saw me. Short lease. An old convenience store used to be there. There we have a public school across the street from a French elementary school. You don't hear a lot of French being spoken in Toronto, but it is the second official language of Canada. This is a GO corridor I'm walking underneath. But it'll also serve the Ontario line just to the southwest of here. That line will be mostly tunneled, but along this corridor through Riverdale and part of Leslieville, I think it'll be above ground. It'll also be above ground up near the north end of the line for a few stretches. This is Myrtle Avenue. For those that are coming just for the mall, I'll have to put a timestamp near the start of the video. This is kind of like 2 very different videos in one. If you're wondering where all the driveways are, there's laneways like this that usually run north-south in a neighborhood like this, but this one's east-west. You'll have a backyard, and then on the other side of the backyard, there'll be a little car park. And this is Gerrard Street East coming up. You can turn left here and head over into Little India. That's just east of Greenwood, probably about a 10-minute walk east or so, and you could turn right, which is where we're going, and head to Gerrard Square Mall, and then it'll take you through East Chinatown. Then you'll cross the Don River and head into downtown. And Gerrard goes all the way over to University Avenue. There's an old Greek Orthodox old calendar church, as I struggle with my words. And this is the massive Riverdale Collegiate, called Riverdale even though it's in Leslieville. This is the newer wing. There's an older one that runs along Gerrard Street. I think it's a non-semestered high school. And it originally opened in 1907. There used to be a pizza right across the street there. I imagine they did a lot of business from students at lunchtime. There's a stock I think might be worth looking into with an upcoming recession as triggered by an orange moron down south. People are looking to buy Canadian, and generally during a recession, cheaper food options do well. I think a Canadian pizza chain is primed to do well during an economic downswing. I might be wrong on that. Don't take my financial advice, just my opinion. I think Pizza offers a pretty good dividend program as well. There's a lot of little interesting restaurants along this stretch. Taberna Mexicana Fusion Factory. I need a haircut. Maybe I should go to the Dream Cut Salon. Well, looks like they've seen better days. There's a little London barber shop. J. Arthur. First you don't succeed, then skydiving isn't for you. They've got a Dinan or dining. And this place, the Grand Gerrard, an old theater that was putting on a lot of live music performances lately, as well as comedy shows, I think is being brought back to life by a local artist. I read an article about that on BlogTO. It'll be great to see that place restored and back up and running. There's a bar over there, Poor Romeo. I've been there a few times. Right across from Los Cantoritos. I think this is owned by the same people. Or actually, I think this one is. Pinkertons. I think that's run by the same people as Poor Romeo. And there's the Home Depot. We've arrived pretty much at Gerrard Square Mall. So we're going to take a quick walk through the mall. The mall opened, I think, back in 1975. It's been a staple of this neighborhood. It's undergone several renovations since then. There's plans for a 12-story building in this lot. Let's see if we can find a pedestrian entrance on this side of the mall. Although it's called Gerrard Square Mall, it's been dubbed Gerrard Scare or Scary Square. It didn't have the best reputation, but that's been getting better over the years. It's been renovated and updated several times since then. There's Winners, one of the flagships. Walmart would be the flagship, I would think, or anchor store. And unless I'm blind, I haven't really seen the main entrance from Gerrard Street.
Every time someone sends me a photo, I have to go in.
There's an entrance to Popeyes. And the Timmy's across the street is one of the oldest taverns in the city, the Maple Leaf Tavern. And there used to be a plaza just next to the mall that had a no-frills supermarket in it, but that was expropriated for Ontario line construction, so that closed down. So now this Food Basics probably got a nice surge in customers, although people were quite upset at the loss of that no-frills. I think it relocated into what used to be a Loblaw supermarket on Broadview, but that is well west of here.
I will. I'll be right back.
All right, let's head into Gerrard Scare. There's also a Home Depot and a Staples in here, so there's a fair number of large anchor stores, which would indicate it's a rather healthy retail property. A lot of these smaller local malls in the city have redevelopment plans. I don't think this is going anywhere. It's been renovated and remodeled a number of times over the years. Discount glasses. Look at both floors. There's the supermarket.
Yeah, moved it 5K.
Got Walmart right here.
Get burgers.
This Walmart does not have grocery, but there is a grocery store within the mall. I've done a number of these smaller local malls lately, and this one has a weird mix of kind of small retailers you really wouldn't see in major malls, with some pretty premium big name anchors. Home Depot, Walmart, Staples. Some Bell Store. Home Depot. Food court, Tropical Joe's, Caribbean, Subway, La Sana's Grill, KFC, Asian Gourmet, Mediterranean, sushi. That used to be an EB Games, now it's a GameStop, same company. They just rebranded in Canada. We'll just check out the second floor here. Got a Staples. Blue Notes, which used to be Thrifties a long, long time ago. A non-Dollarama dollar store. Bennington's. There used to be one of these by Young and Eglinton. Got my pillows and duvet and bedding there. They'd have good sales and clearances every once in a while. It's quite handy having that store nearby. Service Canada. All right, let's see the rest of what's over here. Next Steps Employment Center. There's an Ardeen. There's a spot you'd find in most major malls. I guess that's the square in Gerrard Square right there. Sunrise Beauty Supplies. Labels. And a Winners. The ratio of like large anchor stores to regular retail stores is quite unique here. And a Planet Fitness. Judgment-free zone. There's videos of big lifters going into Planet Fitnesses online and getting kicked out for lifting too much and apparently intimidating everyone. I think this leads to the parking garage. And a viewer who unfortunately passed away several years back, right around Christmas, who had a YouTube channel called Rolling with Ian, suggested going up to the rooftop of this parking lot. And he said you can get a pretty good view of the skyline. Staircase access to P1 to P8. Maybe I want to wait for the elevator here. It's one of those ones where you gotta press both. See if I remember to cut this part out of the video or not.
Because it didn't go down.
It's the playground. Should we put it down?
No.
A huge elevator. I think I want to get up there. Oh wow. This is even better than the view from the Pape pedestrian bridge. I'm going to snap a few pictures of this with my phone, but thank you, Ian. That brown apartment building there is cutting off some of the northern part of the downtown Yonge Street corridor. See what the view's like looking over towards Gerrard. It is windy up here. And on that note, I want to thank you for tuning into this one, walking down Jones Avenue along Gerrard to this unlocked view of the Toronto skyline. Do let me know your thoughts and comments down below. If you wish to support what I do on YouTube, there's links to my Patreon and YouTube channel membership down in the description. I've got an Instagram account at Johnny Strides, and there's a super thanks button appearing down below if you wish to say thanks that way. Anywho, thanks for watching, guys. Yoink.